What is up, y'all? Soul here, and welcome back to my story mode. And I guess welcome to what might just be maybe it might be too early to say, but welcome to what might be the final part of my Let's Play for The Last of Us Part 2. So why don't we just hop right back in? We just got into a fight, and I ended it off in the worst place possible. So let's just continue. Abby drove off with Lev, and Ellie is 2 fingers down. 2 fingers down. Just get back to Dina. Yeah. Ow. Watch this. Dina's not even here anymore. Watch this. I don't blame her if she left. That's what I thought. I really do hate to say it, but Ellie, you kind of earned that one. That sucks. That actually blows.
What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Where'd you get that?
Those people that came through last week.
Oh.
A little embarrassed as to what I had to trade to get it, but it's not bad.
I had Seth under control.
Yeah, I know.
And you need to stop harassing Jesse about my patrols.
Okay. Dina. Is she your girlfriend?
No. No, that was just one kiss. It doesn't mean anything. She just, I don't know why she did that.
But you do like her.
So stupid.
Look, I have no idea what that girl's intentions are, but I do know that she would be lucky to have you.
You're such an asshole.
I'm not trying to.
I was supposed to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
Yeah. I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I like that.
Okay. I'll see you around.
Yep.
Um, mm. Well, as you could see, well, okay, if you know me, by this point in time, I would be just going crazy. I'd be talking about everything that I'd be talking about the game a lot more, and I'd be really just, going off about my likes, my dislikes, whatever, right here and there, because I usually, I know myself, and I usually don't get around to doing reviews like I like to. However, because I'm starting to take this channel seriously, I would like to do an actual review, which is why I'm kind of hesitant to talk about what I like and dislike at the moment. But what I will say is that I can understand this huge split when it comes to the likes and the dislikes when it comes to this ending here. Because me personally, I'm still gathering my thoughts here because I really I do need to sit on this. I really don't know. Like, there's a lot here that's there's a lot that was unpacked. There was a lot that wasn't unpacked enough. There's so much happened at once that I just really can't. I really have to take my time and break it down and gather my thoughts on everything, how I feel about Ellie, her final decision here, or her final two decisions, and the outcome of it all, and how frustrating it is, or how deserving it is, whatever the case it is. I've got to really think about this more, really read into this more, and just get an understanding of why it needed to happen this way. Maybe I guess there is a part of me that does understand why it needed to happen in this way, but there's another part of me that just refuses to accept that it had to happen that way. So I don't know. That it left an odd taste in my mouth, to say the least. But I won't say that it was unsatisfying, because now that I've experienced the journey for myself, and I actually got to understand everything and why things happened the way they did. I lost my train of thought already. Damn, that happens a lot with me. I'm super sorry, but now that I've experienced the journey for myself, I am glad that I went through the journey through The Last of Us Part 2. And, when it comes to The Last of Us, which is one of my favorite games of all time, without a doubt, easy peasy, like, you can't even fight, there's no fighting that. Like, Last of Us is one of my favorite games of all time. So finally, getting the sequel and stuff like that, and me personally, I avoided all the spoilers. I didn't see anything. I managed to avoid any ending spoilers, anything about any of the characters. I didn't know anything going into this. I didn't even know that, one of my favorite voice actors, Laura Bailey, had such a, huge role. I didn't even know she was in this game until I started. So I am glad. Like I said, I'm sorry for, repeating myself, but I am glad that I went through the journey. I will say that much. I don't regret the journey. That much is true. But what I will say right now, and something that I'm probably going to repeat for myself in my review of this, because I think I'm going to take that review very seriously. But what I will say is that the backlash from this, there's no way that every single one of those people actually played through the game. Because while I can understand the frustration, there's no way they went through the journey to get the understanding of both sides here. You know what I mean? So it's because it's a lot to take in. It's not as cut and dry as everybody that put out reviews of it. All the people that put out reviews of it, they made it seem so cut and dry. You know what I mean? Like, I did see some things here and there. I really did try to avoid spoilers on my way, through this here, but it was just everywhere. Everybody was losing their minds about it. Stuff like, Joel didn't deserve to die. Abby, why do we have to play as Abby for so long? Why didn't Ellie finish the job? I'm pretty sure that's where the massive anger really stems from here. but it's not that cut and dry. It's really not that cut and dry. This is all stuff that I'm going to be repeating in my review, but when you have to look at it from the other side here. Joel's killer here, Abby, the one that we, went through this entire journey with, we went through her whole story of trying just to get Lev back and just trying to live a life with Lev and all that, she didn't do it for no reason. And while it was brutal and at the beginning it seemed so unjust and so rigid and unfair and just so, I don't know, it wasn't even like I guess it was portrayed as like not really an honorable death to go out by a golf club. I feel like they could have done that death a little better, if anything. But at the end of the day, I guess you do have to understand where Abby is coming from. I'm sure a lot of us has played through The Last of Us so many times at this point that, we understand, we came at the end, by the end of the first game, we understood that what Joel did was wrong. It was really not his place to take that choice from Ellie, to take that choice from the world, like who knows how many people could have been saved, who knows what would have been different. You know what I mean? And, I get that, he loved Ellie as like a daughter figure, like he lost his daughter, and, getting to know Ellie on an entire journey across the U.S., it really, you're going to grow with a person, and I understand that. But, to take that choice from her and to, kill people that, they were only doing what they really truly thought was right here. It's, you do have to understand it from the other perspective here. Not only did Joel kill her father, Abby's father, in cold blood, but he took the choice from the world to be saved, possibly. You know what I mean? And it's a very tough, like, seesaw here, whether it was justified or unjustified for a lot of people, and me included. I like I said, I have to sit on it to really determine whether his, that was justified or unjustified, whether everything that, Abby was doing was, worth going through, and whether or not, what Ellie did was even worth it. You know what I mean? So it's a lot. It's a lot. I'll say it like this. There were a lot of things. There were plenty of things that I obviously did not like about the game. It's no game is perfect. No game is ever perfect. You know what I mean? There were a lot of tedious moments. There were a lot of very questionable story elements. There was a lot of questionable characters, and, the way characters were developed weren't the strongest. There was, some stuff like that. But on the other hand, there were plenty of positives. Some loose ends were finally tied up. Some questions were answered. The gameplay was, just as I remember it. Nice and very intense, very, engaging the whole way through. There was not one moment when I was playing and I got bored. You know what I mean? I was never bored. And that's one thing that I will say, is that I did enjoy my time. But, that doesn't mean that the entire time it was perfect. So, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. Oh, man. So, this is probably going to be, my last Let's Play before, my next, like, big Let's Play, which is probably a Paper Mario, but, there's going to be a couple reviews, and this is going to be the primary one to be on the lookout for. I'm going to be writing this review, like, thoroughly, carefully, and really putting out not carefully, per se, I'm writing it out the way I see it, you know what I mean? Whether you agree with me or not is up to you. If you don't like my opinion, that's fine. Even here. but I'm gonna be putting out my thoughts as I saw them. You know, as they all come to me, I'm gonna put my thoughts down, and I am going to do a proper review on this. You know, a review of somebody that actually did spend time with the game, because I cannot sit here and believe that every single one of those people, what is it, like 40,000 whatever reviews on Metacritic or whatever, sat there and played through all, what, 20 something whatever hours or more that this game had to offer. There's no way in hell, because they saw the leaks, they saw what they wanted to see, and they weren't happy about it. That's all they saw. There's no way they went through this game through the entire way through. I mean, I'm sure maybe I'm sure there were people that went through the entirety of the game in, you know, one sitting or two sittings or whatever, and they really didn't like it. That's completely justified. If you really didn't like the game and you actually played through it, you're completely justified. You have every right not to like the game. You spent money on this and you didn't like how it was written or how things were played out, or maybe you didn't like some other things about it, some of the characters, whatever. You're completely justified because you actually spent time and gave the game a chance, and you actually looked into it for yourself. You know, those that, you know, tore the game a new asshole because they saw some leaks and read some articles about the beginning and the ending, cut and dry. They saw what happened and just didn't like it, and then didn't even buy the game, and then proceeded to review it. That's crazy. That's crazy. From an outside perspective, I did have my friend look into it. She didn't tell me what she saw, but she did look into it, and she said the ending is going to make you angry. She didn't tell me what it was, but I was aware this entire time that I was under the impression that I was going to hate the ending. I really was. But it's not that simple. I don't hate the ending. I will say that. But I can't say it was the strongest ending I've seen either. I don't know. There's a lot. There's so much to unpack here. There's no way I could do it in just this credits scene right here. You know what I mean? So, you know, from an outside perspective, I've gotten the outside perspective, and she fully believed that the ending was not good. But that's because she got a general understanding of the story. Not the whole thing. Didn't sit there and play it for herself yet or anything like that. But she got the general idea through the leaks or through the spoilers. And it was immediately bad. Do you see what I'm getting at here? From an outside perspective of somebody that did not play the game for themselves, they're going to see it as bad because they saw something they didn't like, and they settled on that outcome and was not happy with it. But it's never that simple. It's never that simple. Oh, boy. I gotta take my headphones off. Man. Well, that was a journey, though. That was a hell of a journey. We went through a lot there. Damn. And this is probably the fastest I've ever gone through a Let's Play like this. Like, I mean, obviously I've done much faster Let's Plays of shorter games and stuff like that, but I have never recorded a Let's Play like I have like this. And if I'm going to be recording like this, then we've got some times ahead of us on this channel. So I really hope you guys are in for the journey here, for the story mode. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh, do we have a secret ending, maybe? No? Cool. New Game Plus. Not for a while. Not for a long while. What I had to do So I could, yeah. At the end of the day, I enjoyed the journey. I did enjoy the journey at the very. If I will say anything, I did enjoy the journey. There's a lot to unpack with the ending, and I'm very half and half on it. I'm very half and half on it. I will say that. We've got a lot to unpack in these next upcoming days. But I think that's gonna go ahead and call it for this. I think that's gonna be that's gonna be it for my Let's Play or my playthrough of The Last of Us Part 2. I want to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the absolute greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment. And I really do hope to see you guys in the next upcoming videos. Really, please pay attention. Do me the greatest favor of taking good ass care. And I really do hope to see you guys next time.